It's a school where students...
We never know what's going to go on.
And teachers. I started to feel unsafe, sometimes fear walking the halls.
I've seen a knife. I've seen a gun.
Where police cars sit in front and security guards wear bulletproof vests. And to these former teachers, it made it very hard for them to learn. Robin Dollyrimple says she remembers the day 4 men armed with guns came into her classroom and robbed her students. They took chains off their neck, they went through their pockets, took a cell phone. So many things like that happened. The school, Richmond High School, the city's biggest, with nearly 1,700 students, smack in the middle of an area plagued by gang violence. This sounds like tough territory.
Yeah, it is.
Community activist and counselor Gonzalo Rocobo says those gang disputes don't stay out here in the neighborhood.
And if something happens in the community, it follows back into the school.
The result is violence. Fights like this one shown on YouTube, and worse.
They're not able to keep the kids safe.
Why? Because he says they can't keep gang members from the neighborhood, or anyone else, out.
There's at least 6 ways to get into that school.
So just how easy is it to access this school? CBS 5 Investigates decided to find out. Like here on October 16th, when one of our producers, a woman, simply walked through an open gate onto campus, into the school, around the busy Central Mall area, and further, completely unchallenged. And then a second time on October 30th. Another producer, a man, walked in right past a security guard and took his own leisurely tour, even lingering in front of the administration office, with no one asking questions. So what do school administrators say about it? It sounds, to us at least, like some of these kids really don't feel safe. Would that surprise you to hear that?
No, it wouldn't surprise me.
Come in, Mr. Franco.
Meet the assistant principal over safety, Jose De Leon, who says, as it sits now, almost anyone can come on campus, and they do. The problem?
That's an exit. That hallway, that has an exit.
De Leon says the school can't monitor all the school's many exits all the time. So this goes right out onto the street, literally.
Literally, yeah.
But De Leon and Principal Julio Franco say there's a simple solution to the problem, a fence, like the one over at Kennedy High School where Franco served as principal until last year.
At Kennedy, the school is fenced around, so you actually didn't have many outsiders.
That seems pretty basic.
It would be basic to me, too.
In fact, De Leon says they've been asking the district for a fence for at least 3 years. You're trying to get them to see that this really is a priority and it's a safety issue.
Yes.
But 3 years later...
We still don't have a fence.
But that's not the only security problem at Richmond High. This is the area they call the mall, the biggest open area in the school. Yet that security camera, one of only 2 here, doesn't work.
Right over there?
And that's not the only one. They know this camera doesn't work, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
And the system itself?
It's not the most reliable.
It's easy to see why on the system's monitor. See all the blue squares? Each one represents a broken camera.
It's missing, it's gone. It's a 16-camera system, and only 7 of them are working.
De Leon says a new system probably would run the district about $80,000. And it certainly would have been nice to have a working camera monitoring the football field earlier this year when...
Somebody drove a van on the field and set it on fire.
This video, shot by a firefighter, shows what happened to the field's brand new artificial turf.
The cameras that are fixed on those entrances no longer work. We didn't know who came in, who came out.
And fixing the field cost $100,000. So an $80,000 security system potentially...
Right, could have paid for itself.
I mean, these things seem so basic. Why don't you have these things?
We would have to talk to the superintendent about that.
Superintendent Bruce Harder. Superintendent?
I'm sorry.
Hi, Superintendent, excuse me. Superintendent, can I talk to you for a minute? Anna Warner with Channel 5. The men's room, he says, so we followed him to wait in the staff lounge.
It's not okay, you're not belong.
But it must not have been so urgent after all. Turns out he ran out the side door, out of the building, then locked himself in the gym. Superintendent, can I talk to you about the safety of students at Richmond High School, sir? Sir?
Anna Warner joins us again. You know, my heart goes out, especially to the administration.